Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm going to actually, there we go, get the background music going. How's everybody doing today? There's no Halo today, so we're doing some Space Engineers. Now, I made some changes, a couple of minor things. First off, I did finally put a door here, so there's no more big hole in the building, so we can go out. We could change the door. You may have noticed the Christmas tree is gone and the Christmas lights are gone. That is because I had rented them and they repossessed them. So they're gone. Also, Christmas is over. The other change that I made is, if we go down to the truck, you may notice that it is squatted down and connected to the ground because I finished it. And by finished it, I mean, while nobody was looking in between, all I did was basically set up all the lights. I made a button to turn the lights on and off on the trailer in case it's disconnected, because there is a control panel on the other side. Oh no, there isn't. I took it off. Well, I should put a control panel on each side. If I want to use a control panel, I have to jump on the back and use one of these. It's like they're the only visible control panels on here. I did put a event controller on here so that this light will turn on when these cargo containers get full. So if we're landing the miner here and dropping off, this sorter will pull the ore out and fill this up, and then this light will turn red once we're full. So, that's important. One thing that I had thought of was I may want to hang some small wheels off the back, not powered, just like small, like literal 1x1 wheels off the back, just in case this thing does a crazy tip while the miner is on it. I don't think it'll be a problem, but I was just thinking about, like, as we angle around this corner coming up here, that might be an issue, but we'll see. I'm not going to do anything yet. So, other things that I did, I moved the sorter from here on the trailer to here on the truck. So this will now prevent, instead of having the trailer itself prevent ore from getting pushed into the truck will be in control of that instead of the trailer. So I'll always have that on the truck's hotbar, and I'll be able to turn that on when I want things to flow from the trailer into the truck. And then set up all the lights there. I think the front was already done, and then inside the cockpit, I just set up the toolbar to do various different things. And so, I don't think it's done. As we go about our business, we'll figure out what we need to do to make life easier for us. But what that means is we are essentially good to go. So today is either going to be a very exciting day or a very boring day, because we're either going to be able to go out mining with the truck and the miner and have a good time getting all the stuff we need, or, which is what we need is ore, or we are going to probably blow it up and then, whatever. So I'm going to get it set up, take new blueprints now that I've named the things. We named it the Dromedary last time, so that's what it is called. Dromedary Cab and Dromedary Truck. Yeah, what did I name it? Oh, yeah, because I didn't want to call it Truck and Trailer. So it's Dromedary Cab, Dromedary Trailer, I think. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, yeah. Then what we're going to have to do, once we get a load of whatever, we're going to have to expand the facilities here. And then it may be time to think about redoing this whole area, because what we wanted to do originally was use this as the, like, garage area, like dig down into the mountain, and this is how you'll get in and out. So you may notice that all of my infrastructure is kind of in the way here of doing that, so we're gonna have to move all of this. So there's going to be some multi-step pieces to this. But what we're going to need when we come back for sure is more storage, because I think... I want to say each one of these is about half of one of these. Is that right? Let me do some math here. Hold on. Okay, so one of these has what's capacity? Where's capacity? That's the weight, that's the integrity, that's the number of components. Gotta be near the bottom. Inventory, 15.63 kiloliters for that. And then this has 10 kiloliters. Okay. So, 10, so 3 of these is 2 of these. Which would make sense also if... Let's see, I'm assuming that the small grid large thing is also 50, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna need to make more cargo on the base to hold all the ore that we're gonna bring in. I'm not worried about it just yet. The first thing I want to worry about is just being able to drive the truck off of this platform and going to find anything. We haven't really gone out that way looking for ore. Maybe we'll just drive straight out because I'm kind of worried about falling into the ore holes that are out in that way. But yeah, maybe we'll drive out that way. See what we can find. I doubt we could drive up. That might be a good way to go if we needed to go up, but let's drive out that way, see what we can find. Oh, the other thing is I did put the subgrid wheel script on, so the wheels back here will drive along with it. I think I'm going to cut the power down on them a little bit. They're going to be lower power. Just so that... Because there's like a jerkiness, because there's a little bit of a delay when these wheels change as opposed to those. So I'm thinking I might do less power on the rear ones. But what I want to do first is... Let's disconnect. Nope, that's not disconnect. Let's disconnect. Trying to go... Oh, you know what? Hang on. Hey, Rumble Strip. Did this thing... There we go. Okay. I'm gonna have to remember that. Apparently it locked, but this thing's mag plate is active. So it locked to the ground. I might have to... Maybe we'll do some sort of a timer or something. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good, Rumble Strip. Glad you can make it for as long as you can. Always good to have you. Yeah, we'll figure something out. Hopefully we don't accidentally lock it to the ground, but at some point while we're driving. So, but yeah, I can control all of the wheel heights from here. I am going to go into the DRT wheel suspensions and change the power to 40. We're also going to have to figure out the strength as we go. Oh, and then that's the other thing that I want to do is bring the piston down. And then disconnect the truck real quick. Because what I want to do is take blueprints of both of these now that they're pretty much ready to go. Yeah. Yeah, why do I have auto lock turned off? Or turned on? That's a good question. Let me adjust that before I take a blueprint. Oh, I should bring some food with me too. Alright, so the mag plate should have auto lock. It should not be used for parking. And then the button for the mag plates, I just want to make sure, is set up to do switch lock. Okay. So basically it should... The piston should come down and I will have to push the button to lock it. That should be fine. Okay. I'm also going to have to put, it occurred to me later, I'm going to have to put, when I'm trying to line up the truck with the hitch, the truck is very powerful and wants to, because it's so light on its own, wants to go very fast. So I'm going to have to cut the power down on the wheels when I'm trying to align the hitch. So that's, let me add that into the toolbar before I, oh, did I already do that? Decrease power, increase power. Oh, I already did that. Okay, good. I was apparently on the ball. Alright. Blueprint of the truck, dromedary, and blueprint of cargo trailer 1. That's not what you're supposed to be called. You're supposed to be called dromedary. Oh my god. Dromedary trailer. I think that's how you spell it. Dromedary. 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 Okay. Okay. Cool. So now I got blueprints. Now we can... I'm going to go ahead and attach them. And let's move the miner over here. I want to make sure that this thing is not accidentally used for parking. Auto unlock used for parking off. There we go. I don't want to... Because the way you lock these... The way you lock these back wheels through the script is you have to use the P button to turn on the parking. So just making sure that this is not on used for parking, then we should be good. Yeah, I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, let's move the miner over. This is it. This is our big exciting moment. I'm going to have to manually... The batteries are good. Alright. There we go. Gonna have to manually control that. Do I have a camera? There is a camera on the bottom here. How do I use it? Which is number 4, underside view. There we go. I think it is slightly to the side. Oh good, it's dark. Okay. Ooh, look at that. And everything off. Look at that. That looks like it's hanging dangerously off the back of this. Yeah, I'm kind of worried that when we angle back... Yeah, I am kind of worried that when we angle backwards that this thing is going to dip down and hit the ground. And I am wondering if it wouldn't be better to take this wheel off here and extend this back and put it here. But let's take it for a drive and see. Actually, I'm actually more nervous about driving off the front of the... Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about driving off the front of it. I think I'm going to have to do a... I'm going to have to extend something off the back. I don't think this is going to work the way it is. Alright, mission is postponed until tomorrow. In-game tomorrow. So what do we want to... What do we want to do here? I feel like if I just extend it back... Or even just, like, do a... there's going to be a lot of wheels in the back, though. Maybe we don't even need this set of wheels here. And we could just do a small set of wheels. They don't even have to stick out as far. Yeah, that could work. And I could build them real easy because there's a big ramp right here. Although the whole reason for the length of this being what it is that it fits on the platform. Which means that once we get it up here, the back wheels won't... well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay, so what if we... What do I have on me? A bunch of seeds? I'm gonna go get some stuff. Where do you? I don't know why I have antenna components. How much iron do we even have? Oh, we're still looking good with iron. Alright, let's just start with this and see where we go. Let me grab some food and water real quick here. Probably go into the base and get some more before we leave. Remind me. Hey, Devil Knight, how you doing? Wondering if I can... Is it worth... Let's get this out of my face. Is it worth extending the whole thing at the normal pattern, or just go out from the back? Oh yeah, because then these little brake lights aren't going to be any good, so... Alright. Yeah, we'll just extend this whole thing out. And we'll move... We'll get rid of these wheels here and put another set of wheels back behind this. This won't take long. Probably the longest part of this is just going to be naming the wheels. Alright, now, what... Did I do anything particularly special with this? I don't think so. I think I just... Yeah, I just have it filled in. So... Thanks, Rumble Strip. I'm sure I'll definitely remember now. Alright, how far do I go? Was I doing 4 in between? 1, 2, 3, 4. That won't be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it would be here? Oh, that's probably enough then. That's probably enough. I could even hang a little wheel out the back. Just like a single 1x1 wheel, just to, you know, with no friction, just to... Yeah, well, that'll be fine. Just in case it were to dip a little bit further. So that's where our wheel will go. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Yeah, this won't be too bad. These things always take longer than you think they will. My microphone for a second here. There we go. Okay. Alright, now what did I do before? I did something like this with a light on it. It's going to be different now because we're sticking ourselves way far out. We don't have to do... We don't technically have to do the same thing. So let's do... let's do it like this. The light's on there. Actually, let's do this. Let's do one more row that has this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. And... Probably gonna run out of steel plates. Alright, now I'm gonna try and do a... Yeah, okay. Every so often I read chat, expecting it to be something important. Anyway. What is the thing that I want to do here? Do I want... I think I want this. And that'll go to... no, that's not what I want. I want to basically just do what I was about to do before, which is this. Is that what I want? No, I don't think that's what I want. That's what I was afraid of, getting caught up in the... That's the same. That's going to be the same end result. If I do that. If I do... Doesn't have the... Oh, it does have the shape. That's not the shape that I want. That's the shape that I want. Okay. Was that part of you? Yes. And then light armor slope transition mirrored. There we go. Alright. Then... What? I am going... Did I do that right? I did not do that right. This is the transition base. Transition base. Mirrored. There we go. Okay. Then what I want to do is... is that what I want to do? Wait, hold on. It does look cool, but... Oh, yeah. Okay. Where's that hotbar with all the wheels? Yeah, you know how it is when I start on something and then all of a sudden I'm just stuck greebling? Because I can't not greeble. Do I want... I just want a single... Wheels that are not attached to suspensions still have friction, right? Because we could do... I'm thinking we just do something like this. Yep. Except that. I'm thinking we just do something like that. I could put some lights on the side of it. I might actually put the lights right there. Yeah, and then if for some reason we tip back, we'll have a... Yeah. That'll be good. Offset light. What color was I using for offset lights? This color. I think this will be good. So... let's see. We need the 3x3 right. No, this is the left side. Very important to get this right. This is the left side. Put that on there. Then the right side. Yeah. Good. Cool, cool. All right. Perfect. Alright, now since this one is nowhere near the ground, I am going to crank up its... well, it won't have... And I guess I could give it steering and it'll just kind of wiggle-waggle like a tail. But we're not going to do that. So no braking, no parking brake, no air shock, no steering. Oh, there's steering. No steering, no propulsion. Power... No power, but strength. All the strength. Friction. You don't need any friction. I just need... You could drag along at whatever speed. You are just there to be... Keep the thing from hitting the ground. Alright, then we'll take another quick blueprint. Then we'll take a quick nap. In the base. And then we will go for a little mining expedition. That doesn't hang off the back of the platform too far. I think my main concern with the platform being the direction that it is that the solar panel here is very, very close to the edge, so we're going to be maneuvering around it very tightly. So we're going to eventually have to rethink this whole situation. We can... Because this thing folds up so nicely, we can extend this indefinitely in this direction, and then maybe shorten it up on the other side. We'll just have to take this here in the ground and move it forward as many spots as we can. Yeah, food. I'll do the food when I go inside. Let me set up the lights. Get them in the right groups. The lights I just created. Oh, and the wheels. Okay, so I need the DRT wheels. So the middle ones are now the front. This is just so I could tell them apart later. The rear ones are now the middle. And then these ones are going to be the... So this is left. Rear. And this one will be right. Rear. And then I need it to be part of all suspensions. And I need it to be part of DRT suspensions. And then I need you all to have the same no steering, yes propulsion. What else do you have? I'll park and brake everything, and then 25% strength, 100 kilometers per hour. Okay, so power set to 40 for all of them, strength set to 25. Height offset is good, friction is good. Speed limit, I'm keeping at 100 for everything. I think that's going to be okay. So let's get those out of there. And then my little wheel suspension. I'm going to call this the tail. And it does not do anything. Okay. Then the last thing that I need to check on is the lights. So what did I call... What did I do with the other offset lights? Let's see. Alright. Do I not have DRT lights? DRT lights needs both of those in it. Yes, and my DRC. Okay, so I just did 255.50 for those. Make them nice and red. What was I doing for the... Okay, 2 meter radius, 5 intensity. Seems a little much. But... meter radius, 5 intensity. Okay, whatever. Far be it for me to question myself now. Except... now they're going to turn off when the other lights turn on, aren't they? Alright. That looks good. Are those supposed to be... those are supposed to be that color. Okay. This is all the wrong color. There we go. The rest of that looks okay. So, I'm going to disconnect everything again. Take a new blueprint of the trailer. Let's see. Let's grab the dromedary trailer and just beat it for now. We are... okay, good. We'll just do this up here. Detach. There we go. Alright, let me just turn this on. Detach, we'll just lift up. Not too far, I need to be able to get back into it. Ah. Blueprint the trailer. Jump back in. Back down. We are on and connect and off. Okay. So, let's... oh, that's bright. Reattach you. Let's switch that lock. Reverse that piston. Okay. Seems like the strength is okay for now. Alright. Let's get to sleep. Let's grab some food to throw in the cockpit, and we'll be ready to head out. See, I should have extra water and stuff up in here, don't I? Or do I not? No, I do not. I might have to... we have to get ice. Or we're going to need to get ice at some point soon. Oh, we need to... hang on, we need to deal with... this thing is not producing, is it? What are we missing here? Gravel? Do we have gravel sitting around? Gravel. We do have some gravel. We got a lot of gravel. Okay. We do have a little bit of ice still. That's gonna have some emergency rations. Some synth food. At some point, I wanted to break this one down and create the more energy efficient version too. Never got around to that. Alright, you need to go into here, right? And then that'll keep going. And then we can go into here and make me more tofu. Yeah, make me like 20 tofus. Will that be enough? It will now. And then, yeah, we're going to want to grab... let's grab some ice and make some more water. Grab me like 500 ice. There we go. This will last me a while. Give me like 20 of those. I'll take your 15 tofus. And we can move the organic into there, move the gravel down there. Let's keep the water in there for now until we figure out where we want to keep it. Or where we need it. Alright, so I got the water. Let's take a little nap. Hopefully the solar panel doesn't smack into the truck. Alright. That was weird. When I'm sleeping in the bed, the side that I lean to, if you're listening in stereo, all the game audio goes from one side to the other. Not that there's much the ambient background noise. That's weird. Anywho, let's see if I remember to put an ore detector on the truck, or if I need to turn it on the whatchamacallit there. Okay, so we are not connected to the ground. We are attached, otherwise we would have flopped and fallen over. The lights on the truck are on. The lights on this thing are on. I think we're ready to go, folks. Oh, yeah, ooh. A little bit of a... Yeah. Okay. And the miner did not fall off the back? Okay. Yeah, we're a little bit, Oh, you know what I should maybe do? Because the hinges are off. It occurred to me. We could add a little bit of braking torque onto these to help with the... How many... That's a lot. Maybe like one... Like 1 kilo... What is this? Newton meters? I don't know what this... I don't know what that unit is. Alright, does that... That does not actually seem to help, because it's the side to side. It's the side to side and not the front to back. Now, maybe we'll want a little bit more. It's also harder to drive on the unwelded or even welded blocks. But I guess no time like the present. We've got our got everything we need, I think. Shall we go? Oh dear. Oh dear. Turn. Wheels turn. Wheels turn. Okay, well. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, hold on. Let me just make sure that that was only the ramp and not, like, the miner. Oh. That's fascinating. Why are these stuck in reverse? Or what are they doing? They're still on... Oh, the script... I couldn't have lost the script. What are these wheels doing? It looks like all we lost was a, Wait, what's smoking here? Oh, there we go. There's my... So my light is still there. It's just damaged. Okay, so is the... Okay. Let me just run back here real quick and make sure that, yeah, okay. No big deal there. We'll have to work on that. The, going down the ramp onto the, onto the angled ground is a little... Okay, if I... I'm going to reset the programmable block. Just because maybe it... Because I was building while it was running. Now it's controlling these wheels. Is it trying to, like, hold me in place or something? Yeah, it's weird. Those back wheels, are they reversed? Hang on. I'm going to put a little bit more friction on these wheels, too. We're learning. We're learning. Let's strength is probably okay. I don't usually like a lot of friction, but the strength up a little bit more too. I don't usually like a lot of friction, but I'm also going to take the speed limit way down for a moment. Maybe I don't want subgrid wheel control. Are these all parking propulsion, rear, propulsion, brake, air shock? I don't know, an air shock we'll probably not need, but well, let's turn your ore detector on, because apparently I didn't put one on the truck, which is fine. Oh, look, we've already found some way over there. Alright, well, let's just drive and see how we do. I'm going to kind of keep it at this angle here. We'll drive out in this direction and see what we find. Hopefully we can make it back without completely blowing up. Yeah, we're going to have to drive fairly slow. I mean, 17 meters per second is not particularly slow in real life, but... Okay, what about through these trees? Maybe there's some stuff. The hitch seems to be working pretty well. There's some iron, cobalt. There we go. This will be a good spot. I do want to get cobalt for sure, and I want to get a lot of iron. And, yeah. I don't want those wheels to be spinning around like, you know, like crazy the whole time, though. Alright. Kind of arrived at the area here. Okay, none of the wheels are spinning now. Maybe it just needed to, calibrate or something. Everything's good. This wheel is oddly not damaged. Not damaged. Alright, good. Alright then. I guess we will park up here. I'm going to bring the piston down and just use it to lock this whole thing to the ground. Oh, now some wheels are moving. That I can't even tell if it's locked to the ground or not. That's okay. Let's do some mining while these wheels decide what they're going to do. You know what I'm going to do is have the... Do I have another spot here? I don't. I'm going to have the... I don't... But I don't have it, do I? Have the subgrid wheels. Toolbar configurable and just turn it off. Yeah, look at all this. It makes it... I should really clean up the menu on the Mixini. Okay, where's that programmable block? Let's put you here and just say toggle on off. And then I don't have to worry about it. Alright. Yeah, let's just now manually fly the miner. Do a bunch of manual mining. I think in theory I could use Pam to do the mining and just have it returned right here. But that the whole point of this was to not have to do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Well. Apparently, I'm gonna have to be... Yeah. Why is my... Why is my mag plate not connected? Maybe this piston needs to go down a little bit further. We've got it set to 0.48. Let's make it a full 0.5. And where's my mag plate? Ready to lock. Lock. Okay. Now I shouldn't. I should be able to do this and then lift off. Okay. Cool. Alright, I think I'm going to start with the cobalt. Because it's kind of far away, and I probably only need a little bit of it. Let's see, where's a good angle to start at? There we go. And the nice thing is I can actually right-click drill to it. Whereas when you're using PAM, you can't right-click drill. Now we just got to be careful we don't overload the miner, or flip the miner, or whatever. Man, this is some deep cobalt. This is going to take some doing. I'm not even... we're halfway there. Definitely faster than PAM mining, that's for sure. I should... Maybe since we're not going to be doing PAM mining... That's weird. Oh, there it is. How do I turn on... Are they all on right now? Let's see. Yeah. I was gonna say, since we're not doing normal mining, it might be a good idea to replace this miner with a miner of my own design or something that isn't as like dedicated for PAM mining and might be a little bit less what's the word I'm looking for, like not as long. Where's the... There it is. You know, not as long, so it doesn't hang off the back of the truck as much. Yeah, so a little bit more dedicated to being a truck miner. We'll see how much cobalt this thing can hold in one load. I think one load of this ship will probably last me for a while. Okay. If we could very carefully turn ourselves around here. And then see if it's possible. Okay, good. We can fly upwards again. As I was drilling down here, I was getting a little bit nervous and thinking like, am I going to have enough thrust at the right angle to be able to push myself back up? It turns out the answer is yes. So now I'm very nervous about seeing how well the truck made it down the ramp. I'm a little bit nervous about driving it back up the ramp and having it connect back up to the spot it needs to connect to. Alright, I'm gonna need to get good at like eyeballing this from a... Okay, so there's level with the ground. rotate me a little bit there. There we go. All right, and then... Oh man, that's really banged up back there. All right, I think I want to be right about there. So we come straight down like this. I just blew something up. I'm stuck. Okay, so let me guess. The oh, that's what happened. The thrusters, the back thrusters, are not happy about the placement of things. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, you know what we could do is make a hole. We'll make a hole like that. How am I stuck on this wheel? There we go. Alright, we'll just have to figure out a different strategy for the... I mean, not that we really need rear taillights or anything, but... this will be fine. Yep, something over here needs it. Okay. Okay. So that should be okay. Because everything else just does the thing. Now, if we did this correctly, all of the cobalt should be in the cargo containers here. And not... Yep. They're inside. Oh, it's loading it right now, it looks like. Where's all the cobalt right now? Still in the connector. It is... Oh, I guess it takes a while. It must take a while for it to pull from the... One little sorter is taking its time because it has such small capacity. Didn't think that through. We could expand that fairly easily with 3 sorters. We have the room for it. Triple the space. Alright, there's going to be some evolution of the design of this thing. That's for sure. And I think we may need to potentially raise up the... If we raise up the platform that it lands on a bit, we have the space for it. Then we don't have to worry about it blasting through the bottom here. Let's see. How long is it going to take? Can I help with you? Help with you. Cargo. Okay. So that's pretty good. Was there more in the mixing? Probably. It's probably in the connector. There we go. So that's good. Okay, so we'll have to expand the sorter capacity of this whole thing. Why is everything moving around in here, though? Yeah, whatever. Whatever, we got a lot of cobalt. I'm good with that. Let's close that door. Figure out how to get out of here. And let's not invite Clang anymore. And let's see, there's... This iron is not far from here. Let's just go get some iron. And how am I doing on battery on this thing? Can I tell anywhere? I should be able to say that the top left screen is energy and hydrogen. Oh, that's not battery power that's left. Let's see, I could tell because we're at 88%. Okay. So, back on, unlocked, and up. Let's go get the iron. Which is not nearly as far down under the ground. Now, I wish we could find like a boulder with some magnesium or gold. I'm using scarce resources, so I don't think we're going to find gold very easily, but... Almost there. There we go. I need better awareness lights in this thing. That's probably not the best thing to be doing right this second, but these lights, corner lights, all of you, all of y'all, I want to be the same. No more blinky blink. All of you, no blinky blink. All of you, there we go. Yeah, let's make it 10. And then intensity 1 is fine, because we don't need to see too much. Oh, there we go. Now we could see exactly what it's like daylight down here. Get some iron. Now, one thing that I'm not going to spend too much time getting iron and stuff, but because when we start digging out the rest of the, like, the hole in the ground, we could just use all of that stone. And then I could get some more, a little bit of gravel for future use. Okay. See if we could very carefully back out of here. And very carefully go back up this hole. Oh, you know what I should have done? Is marked where the cobalt hole is. I'm going to go mark this. A hole, a lot of iron. Yep, a little heavy, a little hard to... Let's see, there's still a little bit of damage down there. I think we want to be just like lined up right about there. And let's hope we don't. Okay. That's a good sign, because that means we did not burn a hole in the ground. There's still a little bit of damage right in. See it right there. Okay. Oh boy, I can't, how do I say your name? JNFGIGC. Yes. However you say your name, please let me know. I do use scripts. There are the only script that actually doing anything at the moment is the subgrid wheel control script for the trailer. I'm gonna go over here and mark this hole so I don't drive into it later. Where's the actual hole? Oh wait, no, this is the divot. Here's the actual hole. I'm gonna hit that divot, I'm sure. Next time I drive out to the hole. Bolt. Cobalt. Jeez. Alright. I wonder how much of that made it into the truck by now. That's looking good. Yep, still a lot that needs to go. That's awful slow moving. Awful slow moving. Maybe we should, let's see, what's a better way that we could potentially do this? We could... Well, we'd have to kind of redesign the back, wouldn't we? I was thinking we could use a large grid sorters. We'd use large grid sorters. Oh, actually we could, couldn't we? Because we could use large grid, not large grid, but the large small grid, put them on the backs of these. Each one of those has a much larger capacity. We just barely have the space for it, though, with the drills. But yeah, we could put them there. And then, let's see, how would we do? I don't have the room for the large. We'd have to do the small, I'd have to do like an adapter on them for small grid, which would put us out 2 blocks, which I'm pretty sure is going to barely, yeah, it's going to hit the drills, so we'd have to, that's a potential option, though. The other potential option is, if we go up top, I have, oh, they're half covered up, though. Damn, I was going to say there are ones on the top that we could potentially go up and load in through the top with large grid. We have them on the bottom too, don't we? Yeah, let's see, that would stick out too far. Well, we've got options. If we want to, if we're going to be readjusting where this connector is anyway, then I think we could definitely make this work. So for the time being, let's manually move everything like we were before, just to get this over with. Come on, there. Yeah, that'll work. All right. Iron. Let's move you all to here. We're gonna have a hard time. Alright, is that all the iron? It's all aboard. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I have several scripts that I could put on here to see the battery level. I just don't need to because it says, at the moment it says down in the toolbar it's 80, batteries are 80% full. So. Alright, let's go get some more iron. And then maybe we'll drive a ways and see if we could find some other interesting things. Let's see, we're going to have to kind of dig down a bit. This looks like maybe a thin vein of iron here. That's not too bad, though. Ooh. This amount of iron and cobalt is definitely going to last me. For the purposes of the things that I do around here, it's going to last me long enough. So. Just waiting for the stone to fall out. Need like some more pure iron in here. That's good enough. If we could back our way out of here without hitting the walls. Ooh. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Am I excited for SE2? Definitely. 100%. I think it's going to be a rocky road to get there, for sure. But when we do get there, I am very excited for the prospect of it. I think there's going to be a lot of disagreements about the development process and what they should have prioritized. But at the end of the cycle, we'll have a pretty decent game. That's my hope. As long as they can make do on the promises of, like, you know, is water performant and stuff like that. Like, as I was saying last time, like, it seems like water was their main reason for starting this whole process. They were showing off water simulation long before they were showing off anything else. So, you know, I'm pretty sure maybe that's not the order of operations. Like, maybe they were like, we're definitely making Space Engineers 2. We need a brand new engine. You know, what can we do with it? Maybe that's the order of operations. All I know is the very first things that they were showing years ago was their attempts at water simulation, and there were several bad attempts. So, I'm really hoping that the fact that they continued to move forward with that, and that it's on the roadmap, means that they got water already to a point where they feel like it'll be releasable at the time that it's supposed to be releasable on the roadmap. But yeah, no, I'm excited for it. I like the idea of the unified grid. Like, every time I was in any sort of conversation where people would be like, they should just let us put large grid and small grid blocks on the same grid, I'd always be like, well, that's just small grid. That's just large grid blocks taking up the equivalent amount of space on the small grid. So, you know, totally doable. There's a mod out there now that literally does that someone took all the large grid blocks and copied them to made them small grid blocks of the equivalent shape, you know, area, and you could put them on the small grid, and it just, like, this engine is not optimized for that much small grid, but the new engine should be, and I'm very excited about the you know, the ways that they have integrated large and small grid, like, objects together so that it looks like it won't be, like, super tedious to weld tons and tons of tiny little blocks. I'm very excited about it. There's a lot of potential. If we can get the mod situation figured out, then we'll hopefully be in good shape. I personally have avoided using mod.io, but the people who do use it claim that it is pretty bad, and I believe them. So you know, I'm not one of those people that says, like, it's ride or die Steam Workshop, because there's other solutions that are out there. Like, Steam Workshop is good, but it's not, like, I don't see Steam Workshop as, like, this is what modding workshops need to be. You know, it's just, it's fine, it's good. If they replaced mod.io with a equally as good thing that works across all their platforms, then I'm good with it. What I worry about is there's I'm gonna call it a discourse, even though I kind of hate that word. Did I get more iron? I wasn't even paying attention. I'm just gonna let the iron do its own thing while I ramble for a bit. Let's see, we got a lot of iron here. Yeah, we do. Maybe I'll drive while this thing is doing its thing, and we'll try and find some... let's see. Okay, so how did I do this before? Subgrid wheel on. Oh, wait. I gotta disconnect our thing. So, what I was gonna say was, this is what I'm worried about. From reading on Reddit, I am concerned that there is a group of modders, or maybe just players, I'm not entirely sure, who are adamantly against supporting console players. And I understand the, like there's natural limitations where it's like, oh, look, if you're making, like, you know, the build and repair mod, yeah, you don't have to support the console players. It's not going to work on their system anyway, so don't even worry about it. But like there does seem to be like a group that's angry about the prospect of even being asked to support console players, and I don't like that attitude. Like if what you're making is a mod that like just creates a new block that will work perfectly fine, or like a blueprint or whatever, and it will work perfectly fine on console, then you should put it out there for console players to use. Like that's kind of my thinking. Like I get that you maybe don't have every single system and you can't test or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried about the where that's going to go. Because when people say like we really want Steam Workshop because we like Steam Workshop, and then the counter argument is, well, Keen wants to use mod.io because it's across all the platforms. It's on all the consoles. It's on PC in stores other than Steam, because like they're in the Microsoft Store and Xbox Game Pass, and I'm sure they probably want to be on the Epic Store and everywhere else they can be, and people going, and then so like, yeah, we want to be everywhere, and their response is like, well, what if they just give us, like we have right now, mod.io for everything, but also Steam Workshop for the people who really just like Steam Workshop, and then the people who want that are like, if we have that situation, I promise you I will never put my stuff in anywhere other than Steam Workshop. So I will, like Keen is saying, we would like stuff to be available everywhere, and basically well, not everybody. Some people are saying, I don't care, I only want my stuff to be available to people who purchase this game specifically through Steam, which to me is, I mean, it's limiting, but it's also, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the right word for it that doesn't sound like I'm making some sort of like a comparison to like discrimination in more serious ways, but you get what I'm saying. So I really do hope we get a solution to that. That's the thing that I'm most worried about, is the modding situation going forward in SE2, because I would like people to make very good mods and feel free to make very good mods in the same way that they do for Space Engineers 1. I don't care if it's the Steam Workshop. I understand they're planning to build their own UI on top of mod.io, so you won't actually have to go to mod.io. I don't know if that will be any good. I don't know if the instabilities in mod.io will then just translate up into their own UI. It seems like they would. So I do hope that they come up with a good solution for that, because I would like people, if you can make mods available to everybody, I feel like console players should be able to benefit from as much as possible. Like, it works pretty well in, I play a lot of Skyrim on the side, and like PC players have the Nexus. All the best mods are on the Nexus, but tons of mods can be available for consoles as well, which are also extremely limited, just like it is for Space Engineers. And whenever, people are generally pretty good at, oh, if my mod can run on console, I will publish it in Nexus, and I will also publish it in the Bethesda.net creations, whatever. Yeah, it's very similar with the Starfield community, too. So, I would like to see that happen here. It makes sense. If we do have to have a two mod system like we do now, okay, cool, let's do that. I would just like to see people try to take care of the console players, too. Which I will never be. I will never be a console player. So, like, this doesn't affect me at all. Whatever they go with, it's just, well, I mean, it affects me in the sense that I'm going to use the mods, but, like, it won't affect me. I will never be limited as a console player. I just kind of, this is my soapbox, I guess. PlayStation Network is the worst in the sense of, like, what's allowed. Xbox, Microsoft allows a little bit more than PlayStation does. So, PlayStation is always the most limited. I think the bigger thing is not necessarily the console players, it's the other PC players who get the game from places other than Steam. That's the other thing, because this is not, I mean, yeah, this game is, they put it on console, but this game is made for mouse and keyboard, and maybe Space Engineers 2 will be a little bit more balanced for controller and everything, but because it actually does kind of seem like they did a hybrid UI with it. Yeah, I want to see everybody be able to have as much fun as possible, and I get really upset, or at least put off, when I see people angrily being like, well, console players should have chosen to get a PC, You know, we don't, why should we sacrifice our fun for their sake? Like, why not? Why not have let's have everybody have fun. Well, you could all have fun. Everybody can have fun. We can have mods everywhere. You know, if you make, you know, nanobot build and whatever the other one, not the like the nanite, whatever. Okay, build and repair. You make build and repair. It's full of scripts. It'll never run on console. You can still publish it to mod.io. It'll run. It'll work. Like it would be limit. Like that's how they would have to put those limits in place, right? It's like, you can't make a mod available for Xbox that cannot run on Xbox. And I'm pretty sure we already have those limits in place. But those same limits can't be there for the PC players. And I think that's part of the problem with mod.io is I think those limits are there for everybody right now, or maybe they are not as granular as they should be with like Steam Workshop. So that's something that I need to keep a close eye on. Because like I said, all the open questions are there. And that's the part that I'm worried about. And they also said in the live stream, like they were kind of hesitant because someone asked them about like, are we going to have scripts and stuff? And they kind of hedged a little bit like, well, scripts are one of the main things that cause lag on servers. So, I mean, they kind of sounded like maybe there won't be scripts at all, which would limit mods in general, you know. So then that becomes a much bigger issue than, this is just turning into me staring at the truck and rambling, but that becomes a much bigger issue than where the mods are stored. If the mod API is limited such that people can't make cool mods to the degree that they can for this game, like if you can't make the water mod for SE2, not that you would need to, but as an example, if you can't make the water mod for SE2, SE2 is not going to succeed, right? You need the mods. At least on PC, you need the mods to make this game awesome. Like, there's going to be a campaign. The campaign is going to help with the what do I do in this game, but this game is a sandbox. And so you either have to give us something to work toward, a goal to work toward, or you have to give us as many tools as possible to make the sandbox the thing that we want it to be, so that we could just keep on playing this game for thousands and thousands of hours and not get bored with it. So anyway, rant over. I'm going to drive around and look for some stuff, and it just occurred to me that I think I'm still locked to the ground, so I think that will do it. Yeah, it's going up. I'm going to need some lights for... I'm going to need some lights or something, or like an event controller for when that's up and running. Okay, so that's locked down. How much space do we have left here? I'm not sure that I necessarily want to fill this up entirely. So I have 1, 2... Oh, okay, so 2 of them are empty, or 2 of them are empty, and 1 of them is nearly full. So we're doing pretty good. Let's see, can I drive? Oh, we could just barely turn. Let's see what other fun materials we could find. Truck is working out pretty good. We're gonna head toward Mars up there. I think that's Mars. Okay. We just cut to the left a little fast there. I'm nervous about, yeah, like stopping is difficult. Did I use 2 different size wheels? No, they're just closer to me. It's just the angles. Okay. This truck is making me nervous that we're going to get back and end up with a massive explosion. Okay, so there's more cobalt up ahead. We got tons of battery here because of all the batteries in the trailer. Magnesium. What's up? And iron. Alright, let's grab that magnesium. Because I could, if I need to, I can always fill up the... God, my brain is just not braining today. We could fill up the miner with something and just sit it on the back and hope that it can make it back in time. Make it back without crashing. Alright, that is awfully deep magnesium. But that seems to be where it is, so stop the wheels. And let's see if we can get this to work. Piston down. There we go. I heard that. Heard that time. Yeah, there we go. Oh, do I not have the inertia tensor set? Actually, I don't know. I don't know if I want that or not, to be honest. I don't know that I want that on. So I don't know that I want the whole weight of everything to transfer through that. That's a really good question. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Alright, let's grab that magnesium and get the heck out of here. On, up. Ooh. Alright, where is it? Like right. We're going to be drilling for a while here. Alright, well, as long as I'm up at the top. Magnesiums. Alright, let's head in. So one thing that I did that I have not mentioned yet is I did add the build and repair mod to the world. So at some point we'll build one, we'll turn it on, we'll keep it limited, but I might just use it to weld up all the armor blocks and stuff so that I don't have to build a little guy to help me fly around or drive around or whatever. Save a little time on the stream. I know I went back and forth with this a bit because it's like a no jetpack survival, and that does make it like it removes a lot of the challenge of a no jetpack survival to use the build and repair. But I still have to, like, if I want to build something, if I want to place things, I still have to get in position, and then it just does the welding for me. So yeah, it's a little cheaty, but it's, for the sake of the stream, I'm willing to let it go. I thought about this a lot, and I read comments on the past videos of people giving their opinions about it, and the consensus seems to be, yeah, it's okay. So we won't use it all the time, but, you know, like that big platform that's out in front, I want that thing to get welded up. You know. I'll probably put in a script for, I might repurpose the PAM controller, put in Izzy's inventory manager once we have enough inventory going to keep blocks in stock and everything. So, what do you mean by not doing projections? I do have a welder wall back at the base with a big projector and a bunch of welders, and I could print things. So I have a printer back at the base. But this will just be for, like the, all of, like, the towers that the wind turbines are on, stuff like that, the less important bits. Alright, what do we got going on? Back up and make myself a little hole here, so that I don't, hopefully, crash and die. I do like this design of this ship in that it is pretty well compact for like spinning around and stuff. So, alright, let's get some magnesium. Oh, that's a very thin vein of magnesium. It's going to take a while. Alright. This is the kind of thing that Ham is. Okay, so for your information, person whose name I still can't pronounce because you don't have nearly enough vowels in there. Not to criticize. You know, if you haven't seen all the like past episodes, I don't blame you. But we did use this. The ship that I'm in is a workshop blueprint that we printed off. And when I say we, I mean me and the people on the stream who forced me to do things. We printed this off, and then we were trying to use the PAM script, which is, if you don't know, an automated script that controls miners to go out and mine and then bring the ore back and stuff. And we just kept running into trouble where I would tell it to go to a certain depth, and it would go to just before that depth and then stop. So we would, the ship would go out and it would be gone for a really long time, and it would not come back with anything. It would come back to recharge and then go back out and never come back with ore. And then we drive out there and find out that it's excavated a massive hole in the ground just short of where the ore is. And this happened enough times that we said, the heck with it, we're going to build a truck, drive the truck out, and get our ore that way. Just do some manual mining. Make a little bit more room up here. Okay, let's wait for some... I'm going to take a drink of water. If y'all are enjoying the stream, please consider throwing a like on it. And if you'd like to get notified when I go live, consider subscribing to the channel. I play things other than Space Engineers sometimes, though Space Engineers is my usual go-to. We've got an ongoing Halo series where me and some friends are playing through all of the Halo multiplayer campaigns from the Master Chief Collection. I do Earth Defense Force on Fridays, and random other various things whenever I feel like it, so... Hey, no pressure. No pressure. There's a lot of hours of this, so... unfortunately, I don't have recaps. Each one of these streams is like 2.5 to 3 hours long. So we'll get... In past... I call them series, but it's basically whenever I decide on a new world with a different set of mods or no mods, but... in the past, I would sometimes spend 8 episodes or whatever just building a ship. Let's just build a ship. Large grid ship or whatever. This truck took like 3 or 4 streams to build. So, if you've played Space Engineers for any amount of time, building takes time, right? So, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're hanging out with me. But yeah, I mean, building in Space Engineers takes a lot of time, and I spend most of my time doing idiotic things. Usually I do Space Engineers on Thursdays, but I am off of work for the next week, so I'm just like, I didn't have Halo because my friends some of them are traveling. So I was like, let's do some Space Engineers. When Space Engineers 2 comes out, I do intend to do some... Like, I'm not going to try to do, like, a series or anything, or, like, any ongoing stuff with Space Engineers 2, at least not until we get, like, a survival mode that's not buggy. But I definitely do intend to do some content with Space Engineers 2, like, right away. Like, we'll probably have, like, a release week stream. I don't know what day of the week it comes out. If it comes out on a Thursday, we'll definitely do a release day, but it'll be whatever is the next Thursday after it comes out, we'll do a stream and see what we could make in it. Yeah, obviously it's going to be kind of limited to begin with. So... but I am looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to doing, as these quote-unquote vertical slices come out, looking forward to jumping in, playing the latest update. It's going to feel like the old days. Now, I didn't play Space Engineers in the old days, but I would occasionally check in with YouTubers and see what they were up to. So I remember, like, watching YouTubers playtesting the big multiplayer update that came out like 4 or 5 years ago. Occasionally, I think I remember seeing a video. It's probably like Wasted Space or somebody when planets were first released. I don't think it was Group Survival. I think it was something else. But Space Engineers for me for a long time was just like a interesting diversion that I would occasionally come across on YouTube. And it wasn't until where did I leave my truck? It's around here. This thing is so heavy I can barely turn it. Okay, I know it's around here. I can see the antenna. There it is. For me, Space Engineers was something I got into when it actually released. You know, so that release that came out where I think it was Frostbite. Wasn't that the actual, or like the big update, like either at the release or right after the release? Anyway, I got into it when Frostbite came out. It was when I actually finally purchased it. And I believe that was like literally either right before or right after when the pandemic really kicked off. And so like Space Engineers became my like pandemic thing, my pandemic hangout thing. Can I turn the lights off on this thing? What is 5 is lights? There we go. We don't need all those lights on. Alright, I think I'm going to head back to base. And I'm going to turn off these GPS markers so that I could see where the base is. And I need to disconnect from the ground. I should put this on the hotbar. Except that whenever I disconnect the trailer, it's going to be an issue. But that's okay. Not terribly worried about it. Alright. Where's the base at? Way 2 kilometers away. I might take the long way here because come on. Here we go. Yeah, it's heavy now. This is going to be fun. There's Cobalt again. It's going to be fun getting up on that ramp with this thing being full. I got to kind of go in a very wide turn here. Yep, that's it. Took it 2. Don't I have spotlights on the front of this? Where's my spotlights? Doesn't look like I have spotlights on the front of this. Oh, you know what? They're off. Ah, look at that. There we go. Because we're coming in at night. I'm going to need these. Alright, I think I might actually want to slow. Let's see, are we at max speed? This is about max speed. Right here. Oh no, it's not. We're getting up. We're getting up in speed. No. We'll just have to make it slow. Some nickel up ahead. Oh, I should, you know, maybe I should turn on all of the other. Yep, going over a hill. I don't know where the holes are. The other things, and I'm afraid. This is very nerve-wracking. I don't know how Splitsy did this in his truck. Okay, so there's nickel and silicon there. I think I'm good on those, and I don't feel like mining in the dark. I think those might be ones that I've already mined at. So we're going to carefully avoid those. Going over some iron. Okay. Oh, you know what else? I do have, if we need it, I do have thrusters on the cab. Forgot about that. If we need those for going up. That might be better than having the cab, having the trailer also. Because let me think about this. Let's oh, you guys are not. Stop. Oh. The weight. Okay, that's a problem. We need wheels under the, all the wheels are under the, yeah. We don't have any wheels underneath the weight of the... Well, we might have to add some wheels to the front. I know we were trying to keep the wheels off the front, but this is going to be a problem. There's a good chance that... Come on. Yeah. Let me, I need my thrusters on. Then I'm wondering if if you guys should not be, keep braking, but don't be propulsion. Oh, that's worse. Might be worse. Yeah, that might be worse. That is definitely worse. Okay. Let's have you go back to propulsion. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. Let's try to get moving again. Oh yeah, there's like no way we're getting up this ramp without blowing something up. So, I'm committing now to blowing up this ramp and potentially the truck. But here we go. Here we go. We're gonna kind of try to make a wide turn on it. Nope, too wide, too wide. Back it up. Let's see. Don't hit the solar panel. Go up the front here. Come on. Trying to thruster it. Oh, we're not going to make it. Oh, bad. Oh, bad. Well, we might have to... I can't park it. It's going to roll backwards. Yeah. If the solar panel wasn't facing the mountain right now, this wouldn't be such a big deal. Let's see. You know what I can do? Is... turn the thrusters on. Turn dampeners on. That'll keep it from sliding back. It'll just burn the thrusters. Right? Yeah, it's burning the thrusters there. You can see them popping out the top there. Let's, you know, I was gonna say, let's make it daylight. Now I'm thinking, like... I'm afraid that that's gonna swing over and hit the truck. So... let's... stop you, like, right there. We'll burn those thrusters until morning. I really hope that truck is still there in the morning. Hey, John. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good idea. I think if we replace the mining ship with a different mining ship, we'll probably actually align the camera centered. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for it. This is gonna be trippy. Okay, now, is that gonna raise up enough? Maybe. Alright, so, I think a couple of things we need to do here. We need to make the platform a little bit wider, for one. I might have to make it more solid. Boy, it'd be nice if I had put that solar panel way over there, huh? That would have been nice. Alright, so, do I have the ramp in here still? No. Should probably do it. Just to be sure, though. There we go. That actually kind of helps in several ways. Why did I do that? There we go. Sometimes I forget I don't have that jetpack. Alright, so hopefully we can swing wide And just remember that I need to be on the third one. And hopefully we don't hit this antenna. Or not antenna, what do you call it? Solar panel. If we get this up here, and parked, and locked, and not exploded, I will be shocked. Absolutely shocked. Absolutely shocked. Okay. So, going up. Going up, going up. There's nothing turning. There's no wheels turning. Back it up. Back it up. I need wheels on the ground that can turn. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to turn on the... Oh, man. Okay. Pause, 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 pause. Pause, pause, pause. What I need is the gyros to be on. Okay, we're kind of stable. This is making me very nervous, but we are kind of stable. Are the gyros... Maybe I should have put more gyros on. More than 2. Yeah, they're on. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Can I... Can't see where the solar panel is the problem. Okay. Jump it to the side. Jump it. Come on. Get those wheels to touch down. Yeah, sorry. Trying to do 2 things at once with the mouse. Are we jammed? Is that wheel jammed in the back? I think there's a... Oh, or... Yeah, okay. Here, let's do this. Oh, I don't have that on the bar, do I? Turn it. Turn it. Okay. Alright, yeah, we're definitely caught there. Let's increase power, or strength rather. Hope we could maybe put it to 60. Maybe we can push that. Well. Okay, you know what though? Here. Stop, stop, stop. There we go. Here, well, what if we try from this angle now? Maybe we could keep going, get it up over there. Come on. Come on, gyros. I might end up just taking that block off. How far is the... Yeesh. Okay, forward, forward, forward. If we lose that solar panel, we're kind of posed. Oh. Did we do it? No. Man. We are just... This is not the issue I expected to have. Huh. Well. Let's see. I could take the miner off. Let's, I mean, we're not going anywhere. Let me see if I could very carefully remove the miner. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Let's see, there we go. Ah. Okay. Now, does that give me any better weight issues? Probably not, because all the weight is still in the middle anyway. Okay, what if we could back up? Okay, alright, now we might have a shot at this. Got a little bit better angle. Come on. Come on, gyros. Come on, gyros. Oh. I applaud the hinge design, for sure. Huh. Well. Honestly, not the issue that I was expecting to be having. Not the issue I was expecting to be having. But it makes sense that this trailer is just way, way too long. Maybe we should have put the cargo at the back and put the miner at the front. Okay. So, one option is we could lower the platform by 1 block. Another option is I could put now the trailer wheels are all the way up. One thing I could do is use this, add a set of small wheels to the front here. I could add a set of frictionless wheels to the front. Then it wouldn't really matter for turning, but it would help keep the bottom from scraping. I think we're going to do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Because we could just put them like right here even. Life's fun, isn't it? We're so close, folks. We're so close to a successful run here. We're so close. Great job on the hitch design, though. Everybody who helped with that, I think that was Rumble Strip and Ajir and everybody. Great job on that. It held together really well. A little wobbly, but I think we kind of all expected that. So, yeah, I think this'll work. Give us a little bit more stability, too, when we're driving around. Because we won't have that issue of the hitch pushing down on the back of the cab. You know, so this will help support the weight of the... Uh-oh. Minor little issue there. Let's see, I need a control panel. Let's see. Still no wheel? Okay. Getting nervous about pushing this all the way up, but... There we go. Alright. Then we will make those wheels. I'll name them later, but we want these to be no steering, no propulsion. They could be braking wheels. That's probably a good thing. Parking brake is good. Strength should be whatever the rest of them were. Power will cut down because this is going to have no friction. Oh, braking doesn't really... Okay, no braking. They're only there to support. They're not there for parking brake. Parking brake doesn't matter. Okay. Let's take our piston here and set it back to 0.5. Let's reverse it down a bit. Put it back up. Good enough. Okay. Then I think... Let me jump back in here now. Oh, bad. Come on. Come on. Are the other brakes... Oh, the wheels are moving. Come on, wheels. Ah. Okay, hang on. Back it up again. Come on. This way. This way. Come on, come on. Gyros, gyros, gyros. Let's go. We got this, we got this. This is it. This is the one. Oh, we're up. Oh, okay. Well. We almost swung the truck into the other truck. So that's not great. If I could, you know... Man. If I temporarily disconnect the solar panel from the base, we could drive the truck in a straight line right up to it. That's... Like, my main problem right now is that the truck is at an angle, right? And also making a horrible clanging noise. And that is probably not a good thing. Can I... There we go. Drive it away from the base. Are we gonna... What is clanging out? Oh, I don't like this at all. I'm afraid to get out. Nothing should be clanging. Okay. 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 How much, we have 2 hours of battery left? Okay. We're not... We didn't, like, sink the wheels into the ground or anything. They're still at max height. Yes. Yes, they are. Okay. Maybe this thing is actually part of the problem. Now, as we're going up the ramp. Might be part of the problem. Okay. Here's what we're doing. I need to get this thing to sit in a more stable fashion. Parking is engaged. Okay, I don't care about that wheel. Because that turning off the thrusters holding it in place was what was burning our power, so. Okay, as long as we can get this thing to sit here, not having a conniption. We're never going to get rid of this bush, are we? I was thinking we could extend the platform out and make it one block lower, maybe even 2 blocks lower as we get to it. And, then it could just drive straight up to it and not have to worry about having to get around the solar panel. Okay. That's what we're going to do. Let's go like this. How much of this do I have on me? 7. That's not going to be enough. I'm going to store my extra food and water in here because I may very well die soon. This whole episode is just going on one single there we go. or run, which will hopefully last us a long time. What? We had plenty of iron. Oh, did I put this in the wrong? That's the basic assembler. Yes, this one. That's where they go. Okay. This will be no problem. This will take just a minute. And then hopefully we'll be able to make like a wide swing, come around, drive straight up-ish to it, not have to go up too many layers. We'll have to go through this tree, which has no collision, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's see, how much space do I need? Technically, I think I need 5, so I need 2 on each side, I think. So if we give ourselves 3 here, and then 1, 2, and then this one will be where the connector is. Give ourselves 2 more. Is that going to be too high? I don't think so. We could do that with 1 ramp, I think. Might have to... Yeah. That's good. Might have to, like, throw a ramp in the ground right there, but I think the truck will be able to handle that. Do that. Okay, so that's not bad. We'll still have to come in at a little angle, but we'll definitely be able to hit that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go out a little bit further here because we're going to want more trailer room at the end. And then I think we could probably take down most of this other platform. Maybe do something else with the space, but we'll figure that out later. The other good news is that this is so close to the ground, I'm not even going to need ramps on most of the other side of it. Just on the very edge here. We'll do the whole thing. Why not? Keep it even. Okay, so now we need... How did I do this up here? We were 2 from the end on it. That was close enough. So basically, right here is where we need to get our 1, 2, boom. Okay. So that's where we need to get our thing too. So where do we... Well, we could come off of that same vein, I guess. And how far do we need to go? If we went... Alright, I think we're just going to go in a straight line. Straight down, and we'll go straight through this. And then into here. There we go. So we'll come down here, go through there, end up with a connector there. So, oh boy, it's going to take a while. Well, where's that build and repair when you need it, huh? Yes. Okay. That could probably have been a non-armored one. In fact, both of these could be so that I could see them better, non-armored ones. Right. But you need to be a thing like that. Then a curvy guy. Well, I just cannot see which direction he is facing. There we go. Hopefully that stays facing the correct direction. Let's see. I guess, yeah, no, that's the best way to do it. Okay. Let's get these guys in my build queue here. This is going to take a while, because I'm going to have to run up. Ooh. I can't pull from there. That's why this is going to take a while. I'm going to have to run up to here and drop that off. Build everything. Trailer is still there and not blown up. Let's turn off your ore detector so I can still see. Nothing's ever easy, is it? Looking forward to a Space Engineers 2 where I could do this kind of thing and not have stuff blow up. Although in this case, this wasn't Space Engineers' fault. This was truly the design of the truck, right? The ramp, not necessarily even the truck, just the truck was not properly designed for the space it needed to get to. So it is what it is. Yeah, the other truck, the lift, I think we called it the Buzzard, is very cool. It was my starting, like I built it in creative mode ahead of the series, and it originally was just a truck. And what we realized very quickly was that I needed a better way, because I was building scaffolding to get up and build those wind towers, and I needed a better way to get up there, because I built them way too close to each other, because I was limited on my scaffolding ability. And we decided to take the solar panels off the truck and build a cool little bucket. And yeah, it was very cool. It works very well. It's surprisingly stable for what it is. Which is tons and tons of chained subgrids. Yippers. Yeah, it's fine. We'll come back and fix that. I hope the weather effects in Space Engineers 2 are better. Like, you know, weather is not something that we had in Space Engineers 1 for most of its life. And, of course, weather started as a mod. And, sit in here and eat for a minute. I hope it's better. It's pretty clear that it wasn't really, like, the game engine wasn't designed for weather. So, like, there's weird oddities, like the lightning is, of course, you know, awkward. Not actually very lightning-y. The rain, I think it's raining right now. Yeah, it's raining right now, but I can't actually see rain. It just looks like it's like foggy, you know, and even when I'm like looking straight up, I don't know if it's like accidentally occluding it or something, but like I don't see rain particles at all. So I don't know. You know, some of the weather is like the foggy weather's like the thunderstorms, you can see the rain particles. but they're not super realistic. The snow is, I think, the worst one in terms of like realism, because if you, depending on where the storm starts, you end up with the like particle emitter being very, very close to you, and you could just like look at it and see just like a square of snow particles forming and stuff. So yeah, no.
Inventory full.
Of course. Let's see, do I have a submerged, what do they call it? The in-ground connector, the inset connector. Let's put you this. There we go. And I still can't actually pull from this connector because there's a sorter on it to pull ore through, so ore is the only thing that can go through it. So that's why I have to keep running all the way back over here, getting stuff. If I wanted cargo access down there, I would have to run a completely parallel line, or I would have to put move the sorter. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable. I just have it. I'd have to kind of redo where the sorter is. Oh, you know, because right now the sorter is designed to pull from the miner dock. We could still make that work. We could still potentially make that work. But for now, all I needed to do is pull the ore out. And then everything else we'll figure out later. Once I get the build and repair going. I was originally thinking of, there's a modified version of the build and repair where they fixed a bunch of bugs with it, which I really like. Bugs like that wouldn't really affect me on this particular world, but things like being able to grind through shields or through safe zones, you know, it fixes those things. But it also increases the cost of the build and repair significantly, meaning like you need like I think 800 superconductors to build it. So I would not be able to actually build it unless we built a ship, flew to the moon, wherever the moon is. I don't know where the moon is. Flew to the moon, got a whole bunch of gold, refined it, brought it back, and then built a build and repair. And it also makes the build and repair significantly heavier. So like when I was on the planet Helgen, that's the version of the mod that I used. And it required me to... I couldn't like use it on vehicles as easily because it was way, way, way too heavy. Looks like we got green lights all the way through here, which is good. I think we're good. We could try to drive this thing up here. Now, this is going to be fun because I have to basically get it over there. I'm kind of nervous about backing it up, but since it seems to be wanting to back up anyway... Forwards, please. There we go. I don't know what part is clanging out. Something clipped into something? Trying to make a very wide... what if I turn dampeners off? Keep dampeners on. I'm trying to make a very wide circle here. I wonder if something broke and there's like a little piece of Yeah, if I do put Izzy's in, I could get rid of the sorter. That's a really good point. Then none of this would be a problem. I I wonder if it's those new wheels. Or maybe it is the subgrid control script being weird and yeah, hold on. Let's break for a minute here. Let's turn off the subgrid wheels. I see you moving there. Hang on. You've got override on. Oh no, you don't have override on. None of you are moving right now. I would very much like to know what is... There should be no subgrid, so what is freaking out? Oh, I mean, obviously the whole thing is a subgrid, but what is freaking out? I'm very nervous that it's going to explode on me. Oh, and then it stopped. Huh. Yeah, there's a lot of subgrids. There's yeah, every wheel is a subgrid plus the plus this thing is like 4 subgrids back. 1, 2, 3 subgrids back. So, yeah. Okay. I think we're going to leave subgrid control, wheel control off. Maybe the fact that I just have the front, those wheels in the front doing nothing. Like, oh, do they have their parking brake on or something? Because they're not rolling either. Although I guess that makes sense because they have super friction here. Let's actually make them, we'll put them as brake and propulsion, and we'll bring the friction up to like 20%. Just so not a whole lot of friction, but I was going to say, I think that might have solved it, but no, that doesn't seem to have solved it. Maybe I should have those be steering as well. I'm going to end up redesigning this whole thing on the fly. Yeah, they're being kind of annoying there. They might not, actually those wheels might not be necessary with the lower platform. In fact, I bet they're not necessary at all with the lower platform. At least the smokestacks on the top are doing their job. Ooh! There we go, okay. The smokestacks are puffing every so often. Alright, here we go. We are up. We are on the platform. Come on! I have no idea. Nope, that's the wrong camera. This camera. There it is. Okay. So we gotta back up and move over just a little bit. Ooh, stop. Okay, that seems to have changed my angle too much. Okay, we are not actually I'm trying to use the gyroscope now too, but we're not actually turning the way I would like to be. It's almost like it's bouncing me in the wrong direction. So let's play the game here. Let's go the wrong way and see what happens. There we go. Come on, come on, get over there. Stop, stop. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. Now, one thing that hang on. I think we're in a good spot right now. What I don't have is... don't have those wheels in the suspension group. So... now I can... and here comes the shade. Locked. We're done. Turn off subgrid wheel control. Turn off the thrusters. As the sun goes down, we've made it. Completely successful, uneventful trip. Love it. Now I need some stairs to get up there. Alright. Well, that's going to be the end of the festivities for the day for sure, but let's see what we've got here. So I imagine, since I don't have enough capacity to store all this in the base, that most of this is just going to sit in the truck until I build some cargo containers. But yeah, there it goes. Uh-huh. And, oh, you're not full, though. Oh, is my sorter... oh! You know what? This is on purpose. Oh, I do need to build some stairs going down there, though. It's going to be the best way to do that. I'm thinking, like... oh, I need some steel plate, eh? Uh-huh. Really? No steel plate? Yeah. Alright, let's make a... ooh. How fancy do I want to get with this here? I want to get real fancy with making this line up perfectly. We have a block that does that? No, not you. Get out of here. Well, actually, no. 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 Not what I want. Not what I... ooh, that could work. That'll work. Let's do that. Because then we need... not you. Oh, yeah, you'll work. Look at me greebling the stairs. Stupid. Wait a minute, unable. What do you mean unable to... oh, that would be why. There you go. Now I can go whoop, 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 whoop. Joop, joop, joop. Alright, yeah, the reason nothing's happening is because there is a sorter right here whose job is to prevent ore from getting pushed into the truck, because the truck only has the cab. And I didn't want, although now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I did want all of that to go in there, because could use some more weight on the front. Anyway, if we turn that on, we should now be seeing cargo emptying out of here and into here. Okay, so it's going to go, it's going pushing into there, and it should probably already be pushing into the refinery as well. There it goes. Okay. Well, that was exciting. So, now we've got this big old platform here that just has a big tube running across it. What should we do with this big old platform? So, I feel like we need to move this solar panel. And I think the best place for it, honestly, is... we can't go up closer. It'll get less sunlight. Because it'll be closer to the mountain. We could move it further back. Like, we could build the same little thing and then move it off of that one over there. That'd probably be good. Let's see. I don't think this truck is going to be capable of lifting that much weight. If we were to, like, put a... I think we'd have to... Honestly, I don't even know what we'd have to do. We'd probably have to build a series of pistons like I did when I rearranged all of these things. Let's see. Anyway, sorry, I got completely distracted. What I was going to say was, we have the aerodynamics mod in this world, and this could be a landing strip. It just occurred to me that I changed which type of armored conveyor I was using here. This may not be the best type of armored conveyor to have open on a landing strip, but this could potentially, we could build a small aircraft. So I wanted to find ice. I have no idea where ice is, and I don't think there's any in this valley. So I would like to, we've been up there a little bit, but I'd like to be able to get up there and look around more. So I want to build a, I want to build another, like a small flying craft. Nothing too crazy. Wings, battery, thruster, wheels, cockpit, right? Some kind of like a glider. And try something that that I won't cry too much about when I crash and die in it. And I think we could probably use this as like a takeoff and landing strip, although the landing might actually just be like crashing wherever I feel like crashing. But we could extend this a little bit and make it a runway. That's what I think we're going to do with it. We'll leave this here. This will be its permanent parking space. Well, it's temporary, but permanent for now. We'll have to see about redesigning the back if we're going to do that. We definitely need to redesign the excuse me. Redesign the sorter mechanism because that was too slow. I think we could do better. I have a good idea on how to do better, but it's going to require me to kind of redo the back part there. But other than that, I'd say this was a huge success. I do need to put more cargo on the base. It just occurred to me. So why don't I do that real quick? Just grab some... I need an interior plate for you, don't I? Oh, do I not have any? Nope. There we go. I get two of them in there? Yeah. Okay. This will give me a little extra... Hopefully that's enough room for everything, given the other space we had in there. But yeah, this is a very short runway, as I'm looking at it from this vantage point. So we would need to extend this out pretty far. And especially the landing, we would be kind of threading the needle between all of my power production. So that's a really great idea. But yeah, we'll get... Yeah, I think what we'll probably end up doing is we'll do the build and repair. We'll get that up and running. We will get all this unwelded block welded up. We might get Izzy going, although it's going to be kind of touch and go with what it's able to do. Here's everything that I need to do. Okay, so this is in no particular order. We will have to get Izzy going and build and repair. We don't need Izzy immediately to build all this runway, but we're going to want to get We'll just have to build a lot of steel plate. We can get this welded up, though. Then we will, at some point, again, no particular order, we have to move all the stuff that's inside of this hole into the outside of this hole. Into the outside? Whatever. We have to get the refinery and the assembler out of this hole and probably put them... Let's see where we're going to put them. Probably put them back here for now. We could build them off of the welder wall. Yeah, we could build them off the welder wall. And then we can use the miner to start digging down in there, and that's where I'd like to keep everything underground. I'd like to keep everything underground if we can. So we'll dig down. We could start building inside of there. And then, again, no particular order, extend this runway and make a plane. So I think extending the runway and making a plane is probably going to be the first thing I do, because building underground is going to be a bit of a, you know, it's going to require dedication, and we're probably just going to be underground for a while. The other thing I could do is, if I'm already committing to build and repair, I could put the drill and fill in and have that slowly drilling this area out. That's also a possibility. If people are okay with that, I might consider that as at least just a start to make sure we have a nice clean opening. But I'll have to really consider that one. Because we have the miner, right? We don't technically need the drill and fill. And we would just be destroying the stone anyway. Like, we just dump it out. Okay, well anyway, I'll think about that. Where's my new cargoes? I'll have to adjust all of that. All the naming there and everything. This is a small cargo. And this is a small cargo. I don't need to see them, but I do want to see them here. Is that the new one or the old one? Don't know. Oh yeah, all the cargo S's are now full. And let me just look for everything with cargo. So the DRT cargoes are all empty. Good, okay. So all the ore is on board, and our one refinery is now chugging away at stuff. The basic refinery is off. Oh, you know what I want to do? As long as I've got the power, or the parts rather, we've got a lot of things that are requiring charging now, and I want to put some power and speed modules on the refinery. So let's do a power and a speed. And I know I said I was going to move all of this, but we'll move it later. So I think we're going to do speed and power. Oh yeah, that's right, the solar panel clangs whenever you put something on the base. If people don't remember, these panels are here because I was hand drilling in there, as you can see, and this was to keep the rocks from rolling out of the base and down into eternity. So that's what these are here for. These will go away. It'd be cool to put like an actual garage door right here. I don't even know what that would look like, but oh, I should recolor. Yeah, I accidentally colored this, all of these bits at one point. Let's finally put them back while we wait for the components to be built. There we go. I think that's it. There we go. This way, since the refinery is going to be running pretty much non-stop for a while, if I can make it go faster, it'll run for less time. And if I can make it use less power, then it will use less power. Power, time, etc. does not drain the batteries, does not overwhelm the base's ability to keep itself powered, seeing as how the solar panels are currently doing nothing and the wind turbines are not enough to sustain the refinery at full power, to my knowledge. I like whenever you build a speed module, it has to stop and then start again at the new speed. You hear it. Alright, I want to... no. Where's the refinery? Take care of that for me. Yeah, this is actually probably the order I wanted to go in for now, but... Alright, so... As you all may know, I am very particular about naming and cleaning up the toolbar. And I'm not sure that I'm going to keep these wheels. I feel like those wheels are a problem. So I'm not even going to bother renaming them for now. Well, I'm going to sleep on it. We'll think about it. But anyway, how's the base batteries doing? That's kind of an important bit to know. The batteries will be fully... Oh, they're recharging. Oh, nice. Okay, so I guess the... hopefully they're not taking power from the... No, those are set to recharge. That... No, they wouldn't be charging off of these batteries. They'd all be equalizing. Or they'd all be doing the same thing. They'd all be draining or charging. So that means with the power modules on the refinery, that means we're basically breaking even without the solar panel. So the wind turbines are doing their job. That's good. That's good. And when the sun is out, the truck's solar panels, I mean, there's only 2 of them, but they help. 2 small grid ones, but they help. So, cool. Okay. Overall, I'd say, I'd call it a success. We got, it was a pain. There were some issues. Sure, but we drove out. We drove pretty far. We got the ore. We almost filled up the truck. So I'd say we are probably good for working under load. We didn't destroy the miner. We didn't destroy either part of the truck, which I'm honestly surprised. We only had to carve out the back of the truck where the flames go, which I didn't take into account. Because originally I was thinking that thing would just kind of hang off the back of the truck. And honestly, I'm really glad, given how much trouble we had going up and down, I am really glad that we did this. Move the wheels back and put this tail on, because... even though we couldn't get up here, I bet we would have destroyed the miner either coming or going. Also given that we blew up a good chunk of the, like the fact that this spot is missing here that I built the little stairs in, this is missing because we clipped it on the way out and destroyed it, so. Yeah. Yeah. Now it's getting real foggy. The fog effects, again, like I said, this game not being made for weather, the fog effects are good when you're outside. They're very moody, right? Very, very moody. But you go inside, inside is kind of small. Inside, close the door. Oh, close. Still foggy in here. Still foggy. That's something they should probably work on. So. Alright, folks. Thanks for hanging out. That's going to do it for Space Engineers today. We we accomplished one single mining trip. And it was probably one of the more stressful mining trips of my career as a space engineer. So, what will we do? I can't even see it. I was gonna like look upon my works, but so next time, which will be this Thursday, I believe. What will we do? We will probably be designing an airplane because I like the idea of that, and I think it could be nice and quick. And yeah, we'll just start designing a little tiny airplane and maybe take a little flight. See how it goes. Other than that, there's a lot of other things we need to be doing at some point. So this series will probably continue on into the new year for a bit. I'm still working on getting a community server going. It's not the server is just trying to get it stable. If I could just talk a minute about what's going on. It's running in my own house, so I'm connecting to it locally, and it crashes a lot, and I'm not even throwing a lot of mods in it. In fact, even without mods, having issues with it. So that's what I'm working on. But hopefully at some point early in the new year, we can have a nice little community server where we could do some streams where if you feel like joining the server, you can, and we could maybe work on a build together for a couple hours. And yeah, so we'll see. I'm not going to make any promises about the server because of just the way it's been. As I understand, other people get servers running, so I'm pretty sure it's possible. Servers exist. But another thing we want to do in this series at some point is engage with Factorum, like the new update, because there's even another new update coming. And, oh, you can kind of see the rain. You could just barely see the rain. I don't know if it's coming through on the stream. If you're not watching in the highest quality 1440p that I'm streaming at, oh, now I can't even see it on my screen anymore. It's just barely there, like a little shimmer every so often. I'm rambling again. We'll get the server at some point, and we'll see if it's any fun. But other than that, I have ideas for other games that we will probably dip into from time to time. Definitely Space Engineers 2. City Skylines 2 is still something I'm going to go back to on occasion. And then there's, we'll probably be finished with Halo in a couple of weeks. And then we'll think of something else to do. So, alright. Well, thanks a lot for hanging out, everybody. I'm going to go back inside, and that's not the door. Go to sleep. And I will see you all next time. Have a good one, everybody.